Deftones vocalist Chino Moreno has clearly had enough of something that is on the more annoying side for artists to deal with. More on that in just a moment. But Deftones are currently out on a crazy tour right now that is absolutely massive. I've got the dates up on your screen. They are playing huge arenas right now, and this tour has sold incredibly well. It's clear that Deftones are bigger than they've ever been before, and it's so great to see this legendary band getting the respect they truly deserve. Look at that discography. Look at the hit songs. Look at how their music has aged like a fine wine over the years, better than I would say almost anyone from that new metal era, late 90s, early 2000s. The sustainability that this band has demonstrated is truly incredible to see. So to watch them with this over-the-top production, I mean, their production on this tour looks absolutely insane. I've been watching YouTube videos of this. I really want to go to not just one, but a few shows on this run, so I'm looking forward to that coming up. The shows are sold out, so I'm going to have to figure all of that out. But they also recently announced a leg 2 of this because leg 1 has been going so well. And as you know, there's been some discussion about new music coming, hopefully in the near future, from Deftones, heavily rumored to be releasing a new album this year. And this is what members of the band have had to say about that new music coming soon. In an appearance last year on B Real's The Dr. Green Thumb Show, guitarist Steph Carpenter talked about the direction of this new album. He said, "I feel like this one sounds like a continuation of Alms and Koi. That's what I would say. I tell you what, I think when you hear it, like all of our records, you will hear our sound, you hear us, but I think you're going to hear things on this one that you never heard on any of them." So exciting words there from Steph, friend of the show, and this is what vocalist Chino Moreno had to say about the album as well in an interview from last year. Speaking in an interview at Coachella, he said, "We haven't really talked much publicly about it. We've just sort of been working on and off over the last year and a half from when we started writing to basically where we're sitting right now is we have a whole record recorded all musically, and it's pretty much my job right now to finish up the vocals. And I have obviously this show again next week, and then straight after that I go back home to Oregon and I go in the studio. So as long as that takes, I hate to put a definite kind of time frame because we're not really in a rush. We want to be great. I think that's most important, but it is coming, and yeah, it's really good. We're really excited about what we've been working on, and everybody's jazzed." And that was taken last year, so I think that we have Deftones music really soon, and I cannot wait to hear their new music. I know the anticipation is building in the rock world. Just seeing how big they are, I know people who have gone to these shows out on the tour now, and they're saying they're just next level shows. So I really look forward to seeing that. Now, Chino, on this tour, you know, musicians, they like to get out and about and try to enjoy the communities that they tour in. Not always possible, but Chino apparently was out walking around, and some people noticed him, recognized him, and then he was bombarded by autograph seekers. Now, I want to make this very important distinction. I don't think I've really ever talked to an artist who gets irritated by genuine fans coming up to them and like, "Hey, thank you for what you do. Really appreciate it." You know, you see a lot of sincerity in that. I don't think this is what we're talking about. These are autograph seekers that have a stack of basically posters, whatever, to sign. It's like an egregious amount. They go like flip through over and over and over again. You got to sign this one, this one, this one, this one. And you can tell as each one goes on, he's just like, it's like a dehumanizing experience. Like, "Thanks, bro." You know they're going to turn around and sell these things on eBay. I've seen different ways of people dealing with this, and we've talked about a couple of situations here on the show where Dave Grohl's encountered this, and you've had some other artists as well that have done a good job. I watched one vocalist basically quiz the people seeking the autographs on their music, but Chino made it clear in this situation, hey, after this, putting the word out to the community of these autograph seeker people, like, I'm done doing this and I'm not doing it anymore. And he kind of was pissed, understandably so. I thought he handled it actually perfect. He was generous. Seems like he's been doing this for like 20 years. And I got to imagine it gets really old after a while when you're out trying to enjoy your time. And they're not like, "Yo, I love your records." There's just like 10 that you should only really, if anything, there should be a 1-item limit on autographs. You see this right here? This is from Seven Dust, signed by every member of Seven Dust. I got this yesterday, so I'm showing you this. Imagine having this signed and then like going up to Seven Dust and going, "Well, I need you to sign my calculator. I need you to sign this, 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 and this as well." Like, but you've already got one thing signed. Why do you need, like, are you signing for your whole family? Or are you turning around and selling it on eBay? Be honest. So here's Chino dealing with these autograph seekers and letting them know he's not dealing with this anymore.
The same thing. Thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Go ahead and tell your friends I'm not doing this shit no more.
Sir.
You guys go online and get in your little groups and shit. Tell people I'm not signing shit. I'm signing these right now, but let them know I'm not signing anything.
Absolutely.
Good deal.
You get these last two then? What? You get these last two for the road then? I appreciate you, brother.
And Chino is not the only person to deal with this. As I mentioned, Dave Grohl also had this situation with autograph seekers. They were hounding him, and he kind of trolled them. This is how Dave chose to handle that.
One thing?
I'm gonna say it one more time.
I know, but one thing.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
May I have your selfie?
I stopped signing shit unless it's for charity. Okay?
Can we donate something? Can we donate?
You said that in New
I'm
York
sorry.
and then signed in D.C. the next day.
That's it.
Can you
All
put
right.
your name on it, please?
You can write my son's name on it.
Here's the other thing. See ya.
Come on, Dave, please.
You can personalize it to Gio.
And this is probably my favorite one of all. This is the vocalist of Third Eye Blind, who was in the airport, and one of these autograph seekers approached him, and he took a different approach. He started quizzing them on their knowledge of his band and his music, and it was hilarious. It really made things awkward, and he was clearly very unhappy. You could tell. And the same with Chino and the same with Dave Grohl. These guys didn't start dealing with this last week. This is something they've been dealing with. You see this a lot in the pro wrestling world as well, where pro wrestlers will talk about how people don't have etiquette in the airport. They're going up to them, running up to them or whatever, and they're trying to, get from point A to point B, and they're asking them to sign all this stuff. So it's a big issue. But here is that hilarious moment with the vocalist of Third Eye Blind a couple years ago.
Can I get a photo with you over the years? Tell me a song. Tell me a song that's on Out of the Rain.
I can't believe you're literally going to quiz me. I've met you freaking bowhagers.
I'll tell you why. Because there's a business of signing stuff that goes up on eBay.
Sure.
And I don't want to participate in it.
That's cool.
I understand?
I know. It's like, good lord. It's like,
But they got it faster.
I mean, I have this shit.
I'll sign one record. Okay?
Okay.
What's your name?
Nick?
Okay, Nick. To Nick.
So what do you think about how they handle it? To me, I really think that at a certain point, like at minimum, you should just be doing one item only. If this is how it is, where you're expected to sign 10 things, I just think it's rude and inconsiderate. But it's at a whole nother level when you go on eBay and you see the things you're signing, probably repeatedly. I think these guys are looking this stuff up and seeing it for sale. And so it's like a whole little enterprise there that people have where they're, going out there. Who knows? Maybe some are fans. Maybe they just want to sign for every person they know. But that to me really didn't seem like what was going on here. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, be sure to subscribe and notifications on for the latest news and updates.